CRISPR is an adaptive immune system that bacteria use to defend themselves against viral infection. Because of its popularity as a genome editing tool, Cas9 has become the most well-known Cas protein, which stands for CRISPR-associated protein. But Cas9 isn't the only Cas protein in the toolkit. Two other proteins called Cas12 and Cas13 share a unique property known as transcleavage, making them a desirable tool for detecting diseases. Like Cas9, Cas12 and Cas13 use a guide RNA to find matching or complementary sequences of nucleic acid. Cas12 recognizes and cuts DNA, while Cas13 cuts RNA. This process is known as cis cleavage. After finding a complementary target, Cas12 and Cas13 turn on their transcleavage. Unlike cis cleavage, transcleavage is nonspecific, meaning that Cas12 and Cas13 act like a paper shredder, chewing up DNA and RNA respectively. To recap, cis cleavage involves cutting of the DNA or RNA that binds to the guide RNA. Transcleavage occurs at a different location on the protein and involves cutting of DNA or RNA that doesn't bind to the guide RNA. So how can this be used for diagnostics? Let's look at an example. Say a researcher wants to know whether a person has been infected with human papillomavirus. The researcher begins by designing a guide RNA that matches a specific sequence found in the HPV genome. Next, the researcher removes potentially infected cells from the person and extracts DNA from these cells. Finally, the researcher adds two things to the sample. First, Cas12 plus guide RNA complex. Second, special strands of DNA that light up when they're cut, like a flare. If Cas12 binds to the HPV genome, transcleavage is activated, and the Cas12 protein begins cutting the special strands of DNA, causing a bright signal. This same approach can potentially be used for other DNA or RNA viruses. Currently, this technology is in development and not available to diagnose patients. In the future, researchers hope to use CRISPR proteins as a sensitive, cheap, and fast way to detect viruses, bacterial infections, or even cancer.